raising the Tobagos. We growing like fresh tomatoes. Them boys on fire, too fuego. We pass it round, hot potato. Everything is new wave. I'm with my sweetie.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Anime Unk podcast. This is the best podcast out of all the anime podcasts on YouTube. This is the place where we discuss everything news, hot takes, all the things you want to fight us over because our opinions might be trash. I'm your host, FM Radio, and these are two of my three other co-hosts.
David, what's good?
Your boy Broad, your Culling Game all day.
And Damien, Damo will be joining us at some point later in the episode. He's just running a little bit behind, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. Also, one thing I want to do before we get started into the topics for today's episode, I just want to give a special shout out to the official hip hop, anime, and gaming community on Facebook, also on Discord. I'm a part of it. It's one of the most welcoming and genuine groups that you can join out there for people who are into music, gaming, and anime, and just I guess nerd culture as a whole. And yeah, I'm putting the links in the description for anybody that want to join it, because like I said, I'm a part of it, so I hope to see y'all there. All right, we're gonna get into it. All right. So news is gonna be short this week. I don't got a lot of really super relevant trendy news to talk about. But one thing I want to ask you guys how y'all feel about this, man. So the new Japanese prime minister, new lady just got elected, I want to say a couple months ago.
Yes.
She said that anime enhances Japan's diplomatic power because she said that there's still a lot of room for growth for anime to get out into the world, as far as exposure. Do y'all feel like that? Like how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that? That statement?
Go ahead. I'll let you go, Brian.
I kind of agree with that. As a late bloomer that came into anime, I did see something recently that they were trying to ban anime from the United States or whatever, and I was kind of taken aback to that. One, I kind of feel as though it gives us we live in a society where we're afraid to take a microscope to other people's culture. Part of anime gives us an insight of the Japanese culture per se, but also at the same time, if you look at anime such as Gacha Akuta, they have look at that director, for example. She's dipping into the Black community. She's trying to learn more about us. Yeah. So if we can expand it globally, we'll have more animated stuff with the help of Japan's, definitely illustrations and creative, imaginations and creativity for Ordeal. Yeah. Just imagine imagine if Mappa got their hands on Ordeal.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's just a simple, diving into. I'm of course with my background and my occupation, I have no choice. That's what I do. I dig into other people's cultures, learn more about them, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I believe that they're right, man. It's an opportunity for it to grow, to learn more. If other people aren't stingy about it and selfish about no, this is mine.
What about you, David?
For me, man, I think what she's saying, she has a point about them. And what did you say? It's what is a diplomatic what that she said?
So she said diplomatic power, but I think she just means I think she means overall, just the ability for Japan to reach a lot of other people around the world. Culturally, economically, everything. You know what I'm saying? Anime is one of the most biggest things selling right now. now anime movies are actually like getting it, like
You
anime
gotta
is
take
getting
them
into the
serious.
movies. Like Demon
They
Slayer is like
selling
the
out
most
more
pop.
than action movies in America.
Yeah, Demon
Yeah,
Slayer is
you
most
gotta respect it.
popular series, and
Okay,
like movie
so
worldwide. So like all of that just
yeah,
together, I think is what she meant.
this is my thought on it.
Yeah,
With the success of like Demon Slayer, with the success of Chainsaw Man, hell, Jujutsu Kaisen, that the Zero that was in
hmm
the theater, they all did so well, and now we're looking at anime as not just like we're, you know how like us, we're not like a subdivision now of what is anime. Like it is world renowned. You
yeah,
gotta respect them. It's almost like we're at the table and either you get in or you don't. So
yeah,
now we're looking at Prime. Prime is doing stuff. Prime is they got animated studios. Look what Netflix is doing. With not just Arcane, they got that, what is it? Yaba or whatever. Like it's
Yaiba.
so
You
many.
talking
Yeah,
about
Yaiba. Yeah. It,
Yaiba was on Hulu.
yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
now
Yaiba was on
like
Hulu. Yeah,
everyone is trying to get a piece of that pie. So in the sense
yeah,
of like their economic structure, they're taking a big slice out of, you know, like it was like what Disney was just owning like a big corner of like the animated everything with their
Hmm.
Pixar and stuff like that.
yeah,
Now you have these anime studios like, yo, man, we here to stay. It's almost like how hip hop came in. You know what I'm saying? It was so many other genres going around, but they put their staple in and they're like, yo, like they're one of the power when it comes to music. And I see
yeah,
anime doing the exact same thing. And people in Japan, they're the head of it.
yeah. That's
Let's call a
yeah,
spade a spade. Ooh, another broad hot topic. Here we go. Ding. Um, in the last what I'm gonna put a estimated time period. I would say, let's
yeah.
be real. In the last 10 years, I'm just again random number. Japan's been kicking our ass. Anime's been kicking our ass when it comes to cartoons. Like, what was the
Yeah.
last good
So
cartoon that we had that's based here outside of like Gumball?
that's that. I mean, so I can answer that question in my take. All right. So the way I feel about it is like, okay, so if Japan is one of the superpowers of the world, right? Like politically, and like, like just as a country, they want superpowers of the world, and they're competing with who? China, the United States, and I guess like Russia. And then I mean, if you want to like include the UK, then those are the superpowers of the world, and when you think about what you just said, like most of the best animated like television and film to come out in the last 10 years has been out of Japan, Japanese animation studios, Japanese source material, and they know how to keep it in house. They know how to keep it in house. They know
Yeah.
how to they when how many times have you ever known for a Japanese source material to come to another country like the United States and get animated by a United States based animation company? It don't happen. They know how
And
to
when
make
it
sure
do,
that a One Piece or a Bleach or a Demon Slayer or a JJK or Gacha Yakuta, anything, they know that, okay, this is if we gonna publish it in a Shonen Jump or a Shueisha, those are like the publication companies for manga.
Yes.
That also we're gonna make sure that if you want to animate it, it's gonna go to a Katakawa or a Mappa or Ufotable. It's gonna go to one of these companies that's Japanese based. And so when it comes to their diplomatic power, I think that one of the parts of that is their negotiating power when it comes to money that's made from anime. That means that they have the rights to movies, they have the rights to the anime series, streaming, they have the rights to merch, so that includes t-shirts, figurines, so
Mhm.
they that that enhances their ability to sell anime around the world because they profit from the dispersion of anime across the globe. So I do think that when it comes to them and their economic diplomatic power, anime is probably a huge part of that. They probably you can imagine, like, you remember you said that they tried to ban anime. Bro, you said they tried to ban anime at one point, and I think Texas. I think it was Texas. Somebody a politician in Texas wanted to ban anime in Texas. And probably want to extend that, to the entire country. And they reference anime as being, too violent, or the themes being not, in line with American values, whatever it may be. And
like we didn't have Rambo movies growing up.
Yeah, but if anything, that tells you that, one, these are a lot of people who are not open to, different cultures, because this goes with what David was saying, like about actually both of y'all mentioned this about the culture, the mixing of cultures. Is like get we are getting. I know more about Japan from watching anime than I know about anything I was ever taught in school. About their, how they look at religion. People in Japan aren't Christian. They're, like, they have different gods and spirits that they, pray to, and stuff like that. Shrines. They very similar actually to African culture, where they also revere their ancestors. They believe their ancestors are spirits that are still watching over them and taking care of them. So it's like that stuff. Or you look at school culture, like the uniforms. We know all anime characters that go to high school, they all wear them uniforms and different uniforms. You don't see that too often here in the United States, unless it's like a private school.
People perverts.
So
they be liking the way they look.
They be liking them skirts and stuff. You can't wear can't wear no skirt in high schools now. Nowadays.
Watch the teachers.
So it's like, it's just so much that I think that anime gives the world, and I think that it's cool that Japan saw that and leaned into it, rather than like saying like, oh, this is childish and that nobody watches these cartoons and all this shit. Like, they leaned into it. And then you go and you look at, even outside of anime, you look at gaming, and you look at
they taking over that big time.
Yes, exactly. Right. So it's
with
like
the Black Wukong eating.
Yep, the Yote goes to Yote. Like, you look at gaming, and even with gaming, they're somewhat dominating gaming. And so I think that if you look at, let's just say, like another country like China produces a large amount of like our things that we use, like our everyday household utilities, like different things you use in the house, like everything, a lot of things are manufactured in China. That's one of their big things, is that they are the manufacturing powerhouse of the world. And so you look at that, and they lean heavily into that. And it's cool that Japan has found something that they can lean heavily into, that generates them hundreds of millions to billions of dollars a year. So that's why I think that she's right. That their diplomatic power is enhanced by anime, even though a lot of people look at and think of anime and have that misconception that it's only for kids.
And look,
for those who have never seen it, I still get that, because I still have people that don't watch it. That'd be like, you be watching cartoons? I'm like, dang, man, that's so much disrespect.
Just did.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I just had that conversation with a friend of mine yesterday. And I was like, hey, I seen your kid in the Naruto. And he was like, bro, you be watching that anime stuff? What are you, 12? I was like, bro, can you let me get you to understand something.
Hey.
And I'm gonna say this for all the anime haters out there.
Yeah.
Anime is definitely better than any action movie that you could probably put on table. I could probably go toe for toe. Anybody out there, you want any anime haters, please, I'll go toe to toe for you. And one more thing.
Right.
One more thing. I wanted to go on your key point about like mixing cultures.
Yeah.
See what you see what happens when we don't mix cultures, and you have like people like Paramount or whoever making the movies. We get shit like Dragon Ball Evolution, people. Look, that's what happens. That's that shit.
We don't need. That's like Voldemort. That's that shit that you don't need to talk about. You don't even name it no more. You don't need to name it no more. That's it. That's the movie that should not be named.
It's certain stuff that y'all remember. That movie is called Gods of Egypt, right? And like the only black character in the whole movie was
Yeah, you're right.
uh,
I
Black
remember that
Panther.
they
What's his
did
name?
talk about that movie being
There
whitewashed.
was no black. Yeah, there's only one black
Yeah.
person in the whole movie.
And
Yeah.
Besides
everybody had
Anthony.
third dirt.
No,
It was dirt on their skin, bro.
no,
That's all that was.
you remember they said that about you know, I know this is another one of the movies
Yeah,
that should not be named, but that first Avatar, the last Airbender movie.
yeah.
The first one, you
It was
remember,
M Night,
didn't have no,
M Night,
M Night Shyamalan
man,
Shamalack.
didn't have no type of culture in it, because
none.
we know us, we know that the damn Avatar world is not made up of all white people.
Not even close.
The water tribe, you know, the I'm sorry, water nation is literally Inuit folks
Yep.
from you know, from the north and shit, you know, from the, you know, and from the south. They these are dark skinned, you know, tan skinned
Yeah,
people, you know, with a completely different culture from the Fire Nation. Because if you look at the
yeah.
Fire Nation, think of the Fire Nation as
They're
being like
more
some Asians.
Japanese.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
some
they're more
Chinese Asian
Japanese.
folks. Some Asian folks.
China, I would say, because Buddhist is more of a Chinese thing.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the air tribe would be Chinese.
No, the air tribe are like whatchamacallit. They're
Middle Eastern Hindu.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, Hindu.
yeah, they're
I can
like
see that.
monks. Yeah, they're like
Yeah, that's what I'm
they're
saying.
yeah,
Because
like
monks can
some,
be
they're like
because it don't
Tibetan
remind me
monks.
of yeah, it remind me of
Tibetan
like
monk.
Iron Monkey.
No, you know, the Tibetan monks, you know what I'm talking about? They
Yes,
be up in the
yes,
mountains and shit. Like
yeah.
that's what
Isn't
that make me think of.
that feels closer to like Chinese heritage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's different parts, you know. But and so it's like
Yes,
when you look at the Earth Nation seems to me very much so also like an Asian country, but like more of like a traditional style of like Asian culture. Because you remember, like, they were very, 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 very what's the word, like they're like the way they dressed, and the way their culture was, like
yeah, yeah,
they were very like conservative, traditional style culture, you know, very closed minded. Outside of, you remember what's the name, you know, the king, you remember the king
Boomy,
Boomy
Boomy.
was open minded, but you remember everybody
Hmm.
else Earth Nation was very closed minded.
Hmm.
But also you could look at it too, the Earth Nation could be like in Middle Eastern, because you remember they was in the desert.
Yes,
You remember
that's what I was
they were
thinking.
in the
More
desert.
Middle Eastern at times. Yeah,
So you know, it's, I think, regardless, like, you know, no matter what we like, you know, say in regards to like what we think, we do know that Avatar: The Last Airbenders universe was multicultural. So you got to represent it that way. You got to represent it that way. You can't represent it as all being homogenous. Everybody, like, you know, got the same skin color, same look. You know, it's just,
that might be the problem. I think.
yeah,
Okay, I think I see what Broad is coming from too. Also,
yeah,
I think the biggest issue now with not just anime, just in
yeah.
TV in general, we all have stories to tell, regardless of
Mm-hmm.
what your creed is, regardless if you're native, regardless if you're black,
Yeah,
regardless if you're Trinidad or Tobago, like Ordeal. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like everyone has a story to tell that hasn't been told.
yep.
And I don't think people want those stories to be told, unfortunately,
I think,
because it
yeah,
they
you're
feel
right.
like they're going to be left out. But in our world, we're like, but you're not part of our world, so you're not,
Yeah.
your representation won't be here.
It's a that's one of them things, man. You know, it's like, I know
Hmm.
we can't, like, we're not a political podcast, so we don't not gonna talk politics, but that is one of them things, man, that, you know, you kind of, you worry about happening, but also know that it probably ain't gonna happen, because it's hard to silence people's voices. It's hard to
Yeah,
silence people's uh, artistic imagination, you know, because you always gonna have folks that's gonna, what you like, that's gonna draw and write and put their stuff on paper to, you know, whether it's for entertainment, whether it's for informational purposes, whatever it is, you always got folks who gonna do that. And so, you know, but you do worry about people trying to suppress multiculturalism because they feel like their culture is being pushed out, or is being,
yeah,
you know, they feel like they're being suppressed, so they want to suppress all the others. And it's like I said, you know,
without
with anime, we see that don't happen in anime, and that's why I
Yeah.
appreciate, because Japan, they don't have a heavy hand on what stories are told. We've seen so many
Mm-mm.
different stories being told in anime. They do not have a heavy hand. We see stories about revolution, we see stories about racism, we see stories about characters, experiencing extreme horrible amounts of grief or heartache, so we got to you can process that. You look at Shield Hero. You remember Shield Hero, his first couple episodes of Shield Hero, he was framed for some shit he didn't even really do. He was set up,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
and then when he finally comes to a point where he's like, okay, I have nothing. He goes and does. He goes and gets a slave.
Yeah.
Right? But he realizes this slave is a person, and so how that develops. He gives his slave freedom, but it's like you know you look at these stories and it's like these could easily be suppressed where we live because they have very controversial hot take themes.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna see Disney, Paramount, whatever, you're not gonna see them make those types of series that have very like controversial themes unless it's serving whatever their purpose they're trying to like push across, their
Right.
agenda. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
I,
Without, I
I
said,
agree with
even
everything
with
y'all said.
definitely without even getting political in it, I was
Yeah,
like, everything that we watch,
yeah,
like when we watch every anime that we watch culturally, a
yeah,
lot of their culture is embedded in everything they do, but it's
yeah,
effortlessly. They
yeah,
don't try to force it on you. They're not trying to change your opinion. So
yep,
I do be thinking about that. I said just
mhm,
culturally, everything they do, down to when we watch Demon Slayer, down to how they dress, down to the respect they give to their parents, their
mhm,
sisters, the love they have for their family, friends.
mhm,
Everything is embedded down to the
yep.
shoes, socks. You know what I'm saying? Like hairstyles. I was like, yo, I appreciate it because
on
we learn, like you said, we learn
yeah.
more about everything that they've ever had than we've ever learned.
On a related note, my wife, we was talking the other day. We went to go get some Asian, and she was talking. And she was like, "Man, she's like, I don't know what I would like. My life would be like if I had ended up with somebody who was only into like Southern food or like American food." She was like, "I'm glad that like I like ended up with somebody who is a foodie who likes Asian food and like Italian and like you know like all these different kinds of foods because I ain't gonna hold you, bro. American food is last on my list. I'm gonna eat. I'm
It
gonna eat.
is.
I'm gonna eat
It
African.
is.
I'm gonna eat Japanese. I'm gonna eat Chinese. I'm gonna eat Korean. I'm gonna eat all the different stuff before I end up eating any American food. And that's very contrary to my family because I have a family that is very much so not into various different cultures of food. They like barbecue, they like soul food, and and that's about it. And that, but in those are the two major things here in the South is soul food and barbecue,
Yeah.
and seafood, seafood boils. Like so I don't like none of that. I don't like none of that. Like I mean, I eat it, but like that's not
It's
my
not your go-to.
yeah, that's not my go to. Like my go to is a bowl of ramen or a bowl of pho. Literally, those are my. If you ask me for a go to, and I had to pick on the spot, probably one of those two is a bowl of ramen, bowl of pho. You know. And meanwhile, you got a lot of people who like, oh, give me some ribs, give me a burger. Like
I mean,
nah,
yeah.
like I don't know, but that's one thing that is an example of what you was just talking about is you you get when you consume all this other stuff, all these other cultures, you do end up in a space where you kind of end up changed by it. And that's how I got into all this stuff. I didn't start like this. I ended up being like this after watching a lot of anime. I was like, damn, I was like
Hey,
that food,
I credit
that
Naruto.
bowl of ramen on Naruto looked
Yo, yes.
fire. That
Naruto
Ikiraku
got me
ramen.
on to it got me on to
Yeah.
ramen. That when I saw it, I'm
So
thinking like, what an egg? You see me? Oh, y'all
yeah.
doing it. Give me some
So
seaweed. I would have never thought. Never
but
thought I would have been eating seaweed, yo.
yeah, you have been still been eating ribs and pulled pork and
Oh no,
you've
I
been
can't do
smoking
that.
all your food. So it's
Yeah, I
just
would say pulled pork. It's
so,
good, but I can't do
yeah.
that to myself.
But yeah, man. So all right, so we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is really gonna be really more of a larger topic, but we're gonna separate it. Is our weekly episode and chapter discussions. Um, this is basically just gonna be everything that we have watched this week, what we thought about it. You know, we gonna start with. I know y'all niggas excited.
Yes.
Sentenced to be a Hero, episode 1
Yeah.
came out yesterday. Came out
Put the
yesterday. But it
gunshot.
was
Put the gunshot.
an hour long episode too.
It
Yeah, I
was
was
worth it.
surprised by that.
Yeah.
Put the gunshot sound effect.
So, what y'all thought about it, man? What y'all thought about it? What's y'all thoughts? We
Go
start
ahead,
with
bro, man, because I know this is your shit. I saw blood. I said, bro, I gotta go
Listen.
first on this one.
Listen. At first, it got me because like the little goddess chick. All right, whatever. It's spoilers.
no,
now
in
because
the
everybody
spoilers.
should-
Just episode 1. We all starting fresh. So episode, you can talk about episode
So
1, bro.
So when the little chick pulled up beside him, I thought it was gonna be like one of those weird joints where it's gonna be like kinky and was like, oh my gosh, fetish. Bro, first off, all right, let me double back. I knew it was gonna be legit when old buddy was hiding in the tree.
Yeah.
And what was the main character's name? What's his name again?
I don't even know the
I ain't
characters.
gonna lie.
I ain't
Yeah,
even
I don't
got.
know their names yet.
I ain't
I
even
forgot
got
what his
comfortable
name
with
is.
the characters yet to know their
Yeah,
names.
same. But the main character dude came from the sky
And stabbed that
jabbed
thing.
in the head,
Yeah.
and
twisted.
then he twisted.
Yeah, he twisted
and then
it.
blew it up.
Yeah.
I said,
I was like-
okay. I said,
Yeah.
okay, this is giving me Chainsaw Man first episode vibes. Cause you know
Did you see
Chainsaw Man first episode was up there. Like you didn't know what the twist was gonna be. But like as soon as like he made the pact with old girl and he saw into her eyes, I knew it was a wrap. I said, oh, Shawty really with the shits right now. But I'm gonna punt it over to David because I don't want to say too much, but I will say this. Out of all the gore, because y'all know I'm a gore dude, what kept me sticking around was after these the ending. After like the credits where he's standing in the courtroom
Trial.
being judged.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you know what? This storyline gonna be fire because I want to know why he killed the other goddess.
He did. He
They
told.
made
He
it
said.
back.
He told. He told
They
it.
told
He
him.
said. Yeah, he
Yeah.
told it.
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
You know.
she
So
was
you remember he said. Oh, well, you go, David. You got it.
Yeah. Go ahead, David.
Okay. Remember when they showed the part, she was using up. He told the girl, when you use up all your power. Well, he was telling the judges this: when you use up all your power, they become weak and fragile, and then the corruption starts to take over, and they become those fairy things.
Yeah.
Or demons. I'm not sure if they become demons, but he was like, I couldn't let her become one. Could you imagine what a demon could do with her power?
I think.
So
he
he-
was implying- I think-
She
I
got
think-
consumed by that thing. Okay,
I think he was implying that if he wouldn't have killed her, she would have turned into another one of them demon lord things.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because they haven't even explained where those even come from yet.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But
And also, like, you know, it's because I'm still confused about the power system. Like, I don't understand the power system really, because you know, you saw he could move like extremely fast. And I'm curious as to like what was he doing? Like, was he using some type of magic to enhance his speed? Or was he?
He said he had a seal. It sounded. He said he had a seal. It sounded like one of those things, like from One Piece.
So let me tell you,
yeah, go ahead.
Because the judge, you remember when he was at the trial, the judge was telling it. He was saying, he was like, we feel like you killed the girl because you carved too many seals onto your body. Onto your body. And he said that because you carved too many seals in your body, we think you went berserk. That's what they was accusing him of having done, was going berserk and killing the girl because they said to you, because you carved too many seals into your skin. We saw he had all them tattoos. So I'm wondering if those tattoos are related to his powers, and that if you carve seals into your body, it give you strength, but
You're
at the
allowed
cost
to
of
use
you can
whatever
only
that
use
is.
so many. you know, and if you carve too many into your skin, then you might end up like overloading or some shit, you know, like. So I'm still curious as to what the power system of this series is going to be, because that's one of my favorite things about anime and like to discuss about anime is power systems. Like I love to,
I agree.
yeah, I love to
Yeah,
figure
he
out like
seems
what's
like
going
he
on.
enchants also, because he
Yeah.
was enchanting his daggers
Yes.
and those swords when the girl was making them to
Yeah.
help him fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it seemed like either a pyro skill or an
Yeah.
explosion or some type of fire that explodes somewhere
Yeah.
in that space.
Yeah.
But he
Did
has
you
a
see
flight ability too, where
Yep.
he can
Yeah.
super speed. He can jump high. Has a
Yeah.
flight ability. Extremely skilled, way more skilled than the other young man who is a hero just like him.
Yeah. I'm also curious too. When he met the soldiers, when he saw the soldiers and he was talking to the soldiers, and the soldier was like, "Wait a minute," he's like, "You're one of those whatchamacallit."
Heroes.
No, but he said something. It's like he's like, "You're one of." He basically was saying like, "You're one of those like criminal hero guys." Like
Yeah.
he said it in a way where he was like, "I don't want your help. We don't want your help," you know. And I was like, what did these niggas do in order to get like this? Because you remember, he also, the main character guy, when he was talking to the little pink haired boy, you know, the other one, he was
His
saying,
squire.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was saying, he was like, do you know what they'll do to us if we don't complete our mission? You know, he was like, he was basically making it seem like it's gonna be like a mark against him if they don't complete their mission. You remember?
Okay, see
I
that's
think they
what I'm
said
trying to
they
find
died.
out.
So
Yeah, okay, this is what I'm trying to figure out.
yeah,
They know that they're out there to help you.
yeah,
There's no secret.
yeah.
He like, yo, we got to stay out here and help them complete their mission. But when you
Even
see
if
us,
they don't want us to help.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, you know, they're here when you see them. Even if you want to be disrespectful, you can't
Yeah.
say I would rather die than get your help. That's
They
why they're
did
here.
though. They did though. You remember they said
They
that
said it.
they said that their leader basically had them out there on a death mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Setting them up.
But
Yeah,
but if you're supposed to die and you don't know it, then you find out I could have died without his help, then you be
Yeah.
like, I'd rather die. You be like, come on, man.
that makes
Like,
sense.
what we doing, dog?
Yeah, it's
Being
interesting
too
though,
powerful.
man. Shit, I mean,
I
But I
love
will
it,
say
though.
this. But I will say this: the one scene that had me hyped
yeah,
was I kind of see where it was going, where he was beating up the basically the lord of all the bugs and shit.
yeah, the demon lord
The
thing.
And
demon lord.
yeah, the demon lord thing, and he got up there while he was carrying old Shorty,
Yeah,
and he was like, "All right, this is what I want you to do." She said, "My lord, you don't even have to speak. I can see what's on your mind." I said, "Oh, okay, okay, it's about to be lit."
yeah, and then he kicked it, and then when he kicked that bomb into it.
Oh, the big sword? Yeah,
No, not the sword, the
Not the
bomb.
sword.
You remember he set that bomb. You
Oh,
remember
what was that called? It
the
was
pink
a
hair
earth.
dude had a bomb,
Yeah,
and he
he's
was
because
like, he
he
said
got a problem with stealing.
a scorched earth
Scorched
seal.
earth.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
says a scorched earth seal, and he said he was like, I can set this shit up to like detonate however I want it, and then he kicked it into the monster and blew up. It was like a nuke. He blew the whole
Yeah.
area
It was
up.
fired.
Yeah, I mean, bruh, like, but I do love that they set us up with like I won't say like a mystery, but they kind of like left us on. They left us on read, bro.
yeah.
They left us on
It
read,
feels
man.
like it's a setup.
Yeah.
We don't know why his team, because he lost his whole platoon. He's the
Yeah.
only survivor. We don't know why his team was set up. But remember, he was like, I was doing this under the order of so and so, and they was like, we never heard of them. You be like, what? Like, so he was just out there by himself.
Look,
Like, what? It feel like, you remember
that
on
gave
Game
me
of Thrones
yeah.
when Lord Tyrion was on trial and they didn't even let him defend himself? That's how it felt.
That gave me Shield Hero vibes. You remember the same thing happened
That
to him.
too.
You remember when you know, like they remember the soldiers came into his room and they was like, you know, like we're ordered to bring you in. And then you remember the old girl was making all the false accusations about him, you know,
Was smiling in
essaying
the
her.
background.
Yeah, he was, she said he was essaying her and you know, and all this stuff. And he was like, that's not true. He was like, did y'all even do an investigation?
Yeah.
Tweaking.
You know, and then everybody was like against them too. Like no proof, no evidence, just went off her word
The
And
whole purpose
everybody was
it
like,
was
I
to
can't.
set him up.
They was like, we can't believe you did that. Like, oh my God, you are a horrible person. That's what that vibes it gave me, because everybody, it seemed like that whole courtroom at the end of Sentence to Be a Hero was all manufactured. It was like a bunch of people
Yeah.
that was just there just to not believe him. But yeah, man, look, I'm excited for it. Like I
Yeah,
said,
because
it
I
feels
don't know
like they
nothing
left us
about it.
on. It feels like they left us on read, man. It feels like they set us up to like want more, and so now we gotta wait till
Yeah.
next week. And I love a series like that make me wait until the next week to see what's gonna happen next. Give me
They
some,
gave us enough
get
to
carrot on the
chew
stick.
on. Yeah.
Yeah,
An hour episode gave us enough to see the power system, not
yeah,
understand it, to see the characters, a little bit of character
mhm,
development. We learn that there's gods in this world. We learn that there's people sentenced to be heroes that people
yeah.
don't really like. We know that there's a court system that, like, it's a church, it's a court and a church
Like
system
a church, yeah,
that, yeah, that
it's
seems to be a
corrupt.
little shady. You're very, very corrupt. So yeah, they gave us enough to be like, I need more. I need more.
I need more now.
Yeah, I was getting look. Is this a manga at all?
Don't even look, bro. Just let's ride this
Let's
journey.
ride.
Let's
Okay,
let's enjoy this journey together
all
from
right.
the beginning.
Bet.
You
Because
right. You right.
low key,
Yeah.
this will be our first series as a podcast that we are all able to like watch from the start together.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I'm in.
so, but Fate Strange Fake, man. Broad, have you watched that yet? Okay, all right. Well,
No.
Dave, what you
Yes.
thought of it? Did you watch episode 0 and 1?
I- yes, I did.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I did.
So what you think of it? Because
Okay.
I
This is
love Fate.
for. Okay. Yeah. Now I start out a big fan of Fate, and then I did kind of fall off because like you
Yeah,
would see one pop up, and you're like,
yeah,
damn, I didn't even know this started. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But this was the one I definitely kept up with, and like you said, it's a really good
yeah,
place to start.
yeah,
But so I missed like maybe like the last two, but I was like, you know what? I'm on
yeah,
board.
yeah.
So I've seen a lot of familiar faces. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
Mhm.
nobody's name. I'm terrible with names, but a lot of familiar faces. The only person I didn't see so far is the main girl that
So,
always reminds you of like a sword and board. I think she's the saber.
you talk about Arthur.
Ye- She's
she
usually
is
the
she is
blonde.
King Arthur, but it's like
Yeah.
in this world, this universe, King Arthur was actually a woman. you know,
Okay.
um, you
Oh,
know, uh
we got
oh,
one. Yeah.
you got the mic set up, Damo. Oh,
Uh, uh,
you
uh,
here?
All
uh.
right. All right.
All right, so, but yeah, man, in that universe, the King Arthur is a woman.
Yeah.
But the name of it is like Arturia Pendragon,
Artoria.
and so,
Okay.
but yeah, but that's always a saber. It's
Saber.
King,
Yeah, that's the one
yeah,
that's missing.
yeah.
So okay, so
So
starting with the story, it's Zero is literally just a straight introduction of the caster and the servant, which is the person who brings you in, and then basically the servant is the one that fights for the human that brought you to this world. It's
what?
really really dope so far.
Yeah. So you mean so? All right. So it's what you got it right. So basically, it introduced us to all of the humans and their servants. That's what they
Yes,
call them. They
and
call them
or animal
heroic servants.
heroic servants. Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a wolf, so it's not
Yeah.
all human. So
So
there
no.
are what is a chimera? Chimera.
So
My
yeah.
bad.
In Fate, every person that's involved. To give a little context, Fate is all the Fate series are about Holy Grail wars. The Holy Grail wars is, in the simplest sense, is a battle between, I think typically it's about 7 mages,
Hmm.
human mages,
It's a
um,
Hunger Games with
and
mages.
yeah, but they all summon a heroic spirit, which a heroic spirit is essentially anybody throughout history that left a large enough impression on the world or history that their legend has been recorded in the, how can I explain this, in the history of the world, which is like
Hmm.
it's essentially like, think about anybody who has ever lived, and what if the world actually recorded your existence from beginning to end and archived it in a place. That's what a heroic spirit is. So you think
and you can
of
summon them to fight for you.
yes. So you think of King Arthur, a legend,
Yes.
may have been a fictional character, doesn't matter. He could still
Yes.
be a heroic spirit because his legend is told in stories and is such a big legend that now his legend has been given form. And so
Yes.
it could be. I'll just give examples of ones that you've seen in prior series is King Arthur, Hercules, who else? I don't know, but Tesla is one. Nikola Tesla is one. It's very similar to Record Ragnarok, actually, somewhere in some of these ways.
Oh yeah, basically.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, it's very lot. Yeah, but it's like you got a lot of these same characters, you know, historical figures and whatnot, and so
And
everybody,
it's a
each human summons a heroic
yeah.
spirit, and they
And they
duke it
fight
out.
for they duke it out for 7 days.
And the
It's a
last one
tournament.
standing
Last one
wins the
standing
Holy Grail, and the Holy
wins the
Grail
Holy
grants a
Grail,
wish.
which is one wish
Yeah.
that is supposed to grant you, and that's what everybody's fighting for.
Yep.
She sound like the Hunger Games.
Yes.
It's
a
a
Hunger
combination
Games-ish.
between Hunger Games and Record of Ragnarok.
No, hold
And
on,
this
hold
is
on.
the
Wrong show. My bad. I meant what's the game? That's the game show on Netflix.
Oh, he froze up
The
again.
guy has the
Oh.
green jumpsuit on.
There
You know what I'm
you
talking
It's
about?
like Squid Games.
Squid Games.
Yeah,
Oh nah,
it
it
sound like
ain't.
Squid
It
Games.
No.
ain't Squid
No, it ain't
Games.
Squid.
It ain't Squid
Yeah.
Games. This is literally like we said, like you got like 7, 8 people
Oh,
who all duking it out. Last man standing.
Dragon Ball
wins.
Super, the tournament
Tournament
of
of
power.
Power.
Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power. You're not stuck on an island. You have the whole planet to fight. But this one is taking place in America for the first time, I think, in
Yes.
Fate. Yeah.
They all the other Fate series have taken place in Japan.
This one is in America, which is interesting.
Yes. And so you know, I mean,
Now they still have people from all over.
oh yeah.
But the fight will take place in America.
You know, the episode 0 give you such like a good. It's such a good entry point, bro, because there's so much action in it. Like it's so much action. And Gilgamesh, the first 10 minutes, Gilgamesh, he's been in multiple different Fate series.
Yeah.
He's always the same, almost always the same. And Gilgamesh, you know, Gilgamesh, you see, Damo Broad, if y'all watch it, y'all would like this nigga because this Gilgamesh is probably one of the most likable characters that you ever meet in a series. He is so arrogant, but like justifiably arrogant. He's like, I'm a king. I'm a king, and you would be blessed for me to even like think about possibly serving you. And if I did, I would not be the servant. You would be the servant, and I would be the master. So he's supposed to be the servant.
Sound like Ash's Charizard.
But him and that fight between him and Enkidu in episode 0, like Isaiah, Isaiah, but David, how you feel about it?
To me it's dope. Apparently I missed the part where those two know each other.
You didn't miss it. So that's one of those things that you had watched previous series, you would know their relationship. Gilgamesh and Enkidu share legend. They share legend like as far as crossover of their stories.
Yes.
So that's how they know each other.
So have we seen it on an anime yet?
Yes, you have. You'd have to go watch Fate Grand Order. Fate Grand Order explains it better. That's another Fate series, but essentially Enkidu and Gilgamesh are like they were best friends. They were best friends.
I missed a few, but when they felt each other's power, they immediately found each other out.
They started duking it out,
and
so Gilgamesh's power is he has an unlimited archive of weapons that he can pull from, and he can launch them like projectiles. Enkidu has an unlimited like supply of chains that he can summon to shoot at you. And so they just start shooting chains and weapons at each other, and it's like a huge huge little brawl. It's only like
Yeah.
3 minutes long, but it's a huge brawl.
Is it even
And
that long?
and
It felt
but
like you wanted more.
but everybody on the planet felt it, and they was like, "What the fuck is happening over there? Like, what? Why is this
In the
large
desert.
mass of magical energy in one spot? What's going on?" And so everybody on the planet felt it. It's almost like you remember in Bleach when somebody's spiritual pressure get released, and then you see all the other characters in Soul Society react to it. It's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What the fuck is that? Like, you
Yeah,
know,
like something going on over there.
yeah, like everybody starts reacting. So that's what that is. But I suggest Damo, bro, I suggest y'all watch it. The story,
Some of the coolest characters, hand down, in like
Yeah.
anime. Like every servant is pretty damn cool.
yeah, they all on even like scaling, like the power scale.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing I think is like if you pulled a bunch of characters from different anime, it'd be hard to put them all on the same scale because like you could not make Goku and Naruto fight and expect Naruto to have a chance, right? But it's like in Fate, all the characters, the power scaling is very, very, very even and balanced. So
Yeah, styles make
so
fights in this series.
so Saber, which is one hero class, and they always use swords, could fight Lancer, which Lancer is another hero class. They always use spears and lances. They can fight each other and stand on even ground. But you know, go watch it, man. All right,
Yeah.
we gonna move on. Oh, Damo, did you watch Sentenced to Be a Hero?
I saw snippets. I did not watch the entire thing.
All right, well,
Bro, it's right up our alley, bro.
We gonna move
Why
past
Right
that.
up our alley, bro.
You ain't seen it, but it's dope though. We already discussed it, but it's dope. It's dope, Damo.
Bet.
You gotta check it out.
Bet.
All right, Jack of All Trades, Broad. You watched it?
No, I haven't seen that yet either.
Okay.
Though.
All right. Well, me and David, we watched that. Another one that me and David watched. It gave me whatchamacallit vibes. Whatchamacallit.
You talking about that
I
red
can't nail it.
mage one?
Not well, yeah, but not just that one. It's just it's one of them series where the main character is like super strong, but everybody nobody believes him because there's a lot of them like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like
That's the new way. I've noticed.
It's like you could be the strongest person in the world, but your party lets you go because they don't realize how valuable you are. And then and then they find out after you're gone. There's actually one that was like, you just mentioned the red mage one, but there was one last anime season that was banished from the hero's party or something like that.
It's a lot of
it was
that court magician.
The court magician, right? Yeah, the court magician joint.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's the one where his party let him go because they said that he was not a good
it's like a support.
Yeah,
it was like a support class.
That's what it was. Yeah.
He was boosting them.
Yeah, he was playing support magician for them, and they was mad because they felt like he wasn't a good support magician. In reality, he was never a support magician to begin with.
No, he became that because his dad, the boy's dad, asked. Remember, like the boy that he was watching over, his dad asked him to do it.
Yep.
That's the only reason he even did it in the first place.
Yeah,
he's like, man, you don't even know how. And then he realized how good he had it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so that seems like the new way, but yeah, that's what I feel like with this Jack of All Trades is that this character is super duper powerful.
Yeah,
we've seen that. I guess he knows like a lot of different magic, so he can do everything, but nothing special, like all at once.
He can enchant. Yeah, he can enchant and make himself so right now stronger, faster. Yeah, like
I feel like it's more to it.
And everything. Yeah,
I feel like it's more to it. I feel like he got some shit that's like super duper strong in his back pocket, but he ain't we ain't seen it yet. So that's what I feel like about that series. So I mean, I'm gonna keep watching it, but I guess for people who only watch the mainstream, I'd say probably skip it. You know what I'm saying, Dave? The people for the folks that only focused on like the mainstream, like main top 5 series in the world, I mean, this will probably be a skip, right? I
I think they're
mean,
gonna miss out though. This might be one of the ones where because people who was
so
following the main one didn't
yeah,
jump on solo leveling until season 2, and then found out they was missing out.
and yeah, folks, yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, all right, so we're gonna move on to the next thing. This is gonna be mostly focused for you, David. Ordeal. So last episode, I think you had stopped at like episode 20.
Yeah,
Where you at now?
I'm 28, so I'm 8 more chapters in.
Okay.
I would have got more in, but anime been a little nice lately.
Yeah.
So 8 more in. I went from when he just got his power to when you started seeing I want to say the robot, like the mixture between, was it chemo? Is that how you say it?
Kimio.
Chemio. The
Yeah.
chemio and the cybernetics was they started merging that. Then they explained that people have been having more than one power.
Hmm.
And then I'm at the part now where the people who have that ash power, his uncle died. They had the funeral,
Hmm.
and then now we're at the part where I guess they're going after damn, what's his
But
name? I'm terrible with names. The main villain right now.
Rakash.
Wakash, there we go. Yeah.
So so
Now
so,
they're looking for they're getting ready to start looking for him now.
so what you
But
think of?
he was at that ballroom
Yeah.
slicing and dicing people up. And I saw when I was reading, they
Yeah.
was like, hey, this next this next issue is gonna be extra
Yeah.
violent. So if like that's not your thing, like if
Yeah.
that's not your thing. So the craziest
Yeah.
part, I didn't think that was crazy until he
Yeah.
saw the girl over in the corner. He was like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't know you was over here." He took her and threw her into the wall. And then like you just see blood splat. I said, "Oh, that's what we doing." All right, all right.
So I got questions. What you think about so old dude uncle died, right?
Yes.
So what you think about their powers? You like, because when he dies, they have to do like that ritual, and it
Oh,
transfers the
okay.
ashes of like, like it
That
trans
dead
like
person.
yeah, like when his uncle died, his uncle was cremated, and his ashes was given to his
Yeah.
nephew.
All right, all right.
He said because
I feel
all of
like
ashes are your ancestors' ashes.
this is a
Yeah,
gift and a curse power
yeah,
because more people that die in your generation, the stronger you become.
yeah,
So I can see somebody, the wrong person, getting drunk on power with
yeah,
this. But then on the flip side, lucky for them so far, it's just been good people in
yeah,
your family that's been getting it.
yeah,
But I can definitely see how
but-
this could mess up your whole family dynamic.
yeah,
Because somebody could be like, I'm drunk on
yeah,
power. It's a powerful skill. So
yeah.
I could
You'll
definitely see somebody like really,
you'll
yeah.
you'll see his power like really develop, play out later on in the series.
I can't wait for you to
Yeah.
see. I can't wait for you to see the fight between Chet and Rokash.
Yeah,
That's gonna be fire.
Yeah. Right
yeah.
now, I will
Yeah,
say
he
one
a
thing.
ways away from that though.
One part
Yeah,
that got me emotional. I was actually getting Mongolian. I'm
yeah,
sitting there reading, and it got to the part where Che was Che was training,
yeah,
and the granddaughter walks up and tell him about, hey, go Ilios. And as
yeah,
he's doing it, you see the tears coming down his eyes, and he's talking about, yo, I miss him so bad. So I'm
hmm,
sitting there, my eyes starting to water. I'm like,
yeah,
oh man, yeah, that part got me.
yeah,
Good writing, good time to show it because he's
yeah.
crying, and then she walks up to him, and he think
I,
he's gonna burn her. I thought that whole played out perfectly. That's literally where I left off at. I was
yeah.
like, yeah, I gotta read some more of this tonight.
I really like Andrea's character.
I do too.
I think that she's such a good, like, without like talking about like future stuff, just like what's going on right now, what you read. I really love her character because she is like, okay, so the original owner original right? Not
Hmm.
what's his name? What's
The
the
gods,
big no the grandfather's name? I'm talking about
yeah,
what's his name? What's his name, y'all?
man. Listen, I'm terrible with
You
names.
asked
Game
me.
of
Quick.
Hmm?
The
Che's
grandfather, master,
adopted his master.
yeah. You remember his name? I'm
Uh,
terrible with names, dog.
no,
He
I
just
don't.
said it too.
I gotta look it up. Is it? Wait, is it Leo?
Yeah, Leo
Yes.
Thomas. Leo Thomas.
Leo
Yeah.
Thomas.
Yeah, so Leo was like, it seemed like, from what you've seen, it's like in the beginning, it seemed like he's like a very like zen old man character. What you see a lot of anime. You see like very zen, like very like grounded. It's like he had lived a full life and he was like completely free from all distractions and all like burdens. And then
Yeah.
so you
His
meet
flashback.
Andrea and she's like, like you said, like she paid a lot of reference to her grandfather, and for the wolf pack, that's Che and the other, the other three
Tevin
guys.
and all them.
Yep,
Yeah.
Tevin, yep, and the other three guys. It's like you think that they the only ones that's grieving right now, but Andrea is there to grieve with them. I feel like she's the perfect person to come train them and grieve with them because that's still fresh for them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when Ichigo's dad trained him on the final Getsu show, right? The Mugetsu, right? It's like who better than Ichigo's own father to come train him on the ultimate power, like to obtain to be Aizen,
Yep.
So, and then you remember he went into his other world and he fought Zangetsu, right? And he's like, Zangetsu, you've been here helping me this whole time. Why won't you help me now? And he's like, because I don't want you to die. I don't want you to go down that path. So I feel like when you get these characters that's close to the person that died to come train them and come develop them, I just feel like that's such a natural and dope addition to the cast to me.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
agree.
So
Moments like that don't come
Yeah.
often whenever you're watching a good show or reading a good manga, but I can
Yeah.
definitely say in Ordeal you get a lot of that.
Oh yeah, and the other part I did pass an Ordeal was the four brothers. I thought that was a really good origin. Those four Greek brothers of how
You were
their
asking
powers
about
got
that.
started.
yeah, we were talking about that
You were
last
asking about that.
episode. Yep.
Yeah.
That was good. That was a good one. And then Leo's backstory with the guy who trained him, I thought was really, really good too.
I'm telling
That's
they really
a dope ass character too, bro. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro.
No, go ahead.
Leo's teacher was a
Yeah.
dope ass character, bro. That was a
Yeah.
dope character. Sad
With
sad
those
they had to
spider
die.
webs,
Yeah,
that was I ain't gonna front. I'm hoping
Yeah.
that he gave them powers to somebody.
yeah.
I know.
I ain't really
I'm
saying.
hoping
I don't
because
want to say
I'm
nothing.
a Spider-Man fan. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
this shit is kind of hard.
Yeah. But what you gonna say, Broad? My bad.
Oh no, man! I was just agreeing with what you guys were saying, man. I do want to pick on the one topic you had brought up, Ichigo and his dad training him. See, I thought Ichigo and his dad always had beef, but I ain't trying to steer it that way. But anyways, but I do agree because, like I said, it couldn't have been anybody but Leo teaching the kids, and I can't wait for you to dig deeper. I can't wait for you, David, to dig deeper into like the other background stories because, like I said, with what the writer does to this, like I said, again, I'm not a reader like that, but he ate, my nigga, he ate.
Oh, I got one problem with the backstory, and I always feel like this happens in movies too. And I was like, this is so good, but I always feel like this part get lazy. Is when they did the origin story with the four brothers, right?
Yeah.
And then there was three of them that was going against the one brother that basically had necromancer powers.
Right.
Like, hey, everybody you see out here, whether it's your brother, your sister, your mom, or a loved one, they are evil. They are dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for it. Why did woman go out there and see her husband was like Fred?
Look,
and then he just jumped on her and ate her. I said, come on.
I tell my wife all the time. I tell my wife all the time, I say, if our son, like if he became a zombie, he got bit in the zombie apocalypse or some shit, Walking Dead. I said, if he a zombie and he come walking up to you, I said, you gonna go and hug him. you gonna go and hug him and get bit. I was
Why?
like,
Why is that a thing? That
you,
cannot be real, right?
bro.
It's
I
real.
think it's hella real. That's why I keep
It's
telling her.
very
I
real.
said,
I will shoot my wife in the face.
I said you would walk up, you would walk up and hug your baby, and be like, oh my god, like, and I'd be like, you probably even think he cute. You think he cute as a zombie. You love your
Can't I
you
don't
love
understand.
your baby, but it's like you remember Morgan in the beginning of Walking Dead. You remember the first episode of Walking Dead. You remember his wife was walking around his house. You remember she was a zombie.
Ooh,
Did y'all watch Walking Dead?
I did,
Nah.
but this was the
Yep.
beginning.
This is like the first like 2 episodes. You remember
Shit, that was
Rick
a long time
Rick
ago.
met Morgan, the black guy, in the house. You remember
Yeah.
Morgan was in there with his son. But you remember it was zombies outside that house, and his wife was one of the zombies that was outside the house, and he was like, he can't bring himself to shoot her.
Oh yeah, got it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he ended up leaving him he couldn't leave the house.
Yeah, he
Like
couldn't leave the house.
no,
Yeah, he was,
yeah, they were together for a little bit, but then they
Yeah.
end up parting ways. Yeah, I got it. I remember now.
Yeah,
Damn,
When it
I
come to
can't even
trauma
remember
like
that.
that, when it come to
I would've-
trauma like that, bro,
Yeah.
emotion and logic do not coexist, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I will
Ooh,
shoot my
ooh,
wife.
Ooh, say it again. Say it again for the people in the back.
Even in real life, bro. Even
Yeah.
in real life.
Ooh, say it again, D,
Man.
for the people in the back. Say it again.
We talking
Say
about
it
he was
again.
dead.
When it
Like
comes
on
to
The Walking
trauma,
Dead.
emotions
Say it.
and logic, they
You know what I'm
can't
saying?
coexist.
That
Don't
AR
work.
coming
Clip.
out, yo.
Clip art.
This man Damo trying to challenge that. Hey, look, man, y'all, Damo, go on, plug your poetry stuff, man.
Oh my, they ain't ready for
Damo
that, bro.
been doing poetry.
They ain't ready for that.
They ain't ready for that.
They are not ready
Oh,
for that.
okay, man. My bad. I thought you were gonna, thought you see you getting all poetic over here.
I'm gonna make one for y'all next week. Just for the viewers of the Anime Uns podcast. I'm gonna make something.
Hey, I need
gonna-
one
we
that
gonna-
says "fuck soccer" at the end.
Exactly, bro. That's coming. Obviously,
We're gonna leave a link. We're gonna leave a link in the description of the video for Damo's poetry, endeavors. But yeah,
Since
man.
we doing plugs, can I do one quick plug?
Yeah, bro, you got it.
Hey, for all the people out there that's in the giving, in the giving spirit, I run a nonprofit organization called the Underground Network. I help kids in lower poverty or lower income communities. I help pay for their sports fees if they ain't got them. I donate clothes, collect foods, whatever. So let me know.
how do the viewers get in contact with you?
Do we
or
gotta leave a link?
donate?
We gotta leave a link in the description for you. I got you.
Of course, man.
we got you.
I'll send it over. You come follow us on Facebook. It's called the Underground Network. Please come follow us. Y'all ain't even gotta donate, man. Just follow, share, and whatever you gotta do. Everything goes to lower income community kids. And if you don't see, we donated 10 gifts to kids for Christmas this year. We've donated hygiene products to boys and girls foster home shelters all across West Virginia here. I plan on trying to extend it. I got a person over in Alabama I'm trying to connect with, try to start a link down, a branch down there. Sorry, but that's it.
No,
Shout
that's
out
dope.
to the
That's
Underground
dope.
Network.
That's dope, man.
Shout out.
That's
We will
dope.
be
That's
dropping
dope,
a
man.
link.
Look, that's dope, man. Look, hey, if you could ever find a way to like link that back to anime and be like do some type of anime thing for kids, you know what I'm saying? Like kids who are into anime and like getting them cosplays for conventions or like
Bro,
getting
I'm trying to.
getting them
Mhm.
manga volumes or like anime DVD sets. So whatever you can do, man, hook them up with some anime stuff. That would be dope because I feel like in the anime community, it's not a lot of philanthropy, unfortunately.
No,
No.
not at all.
You see it in other communities, but it's neither here nor there. But in the anime community, I don't know if there's a lot of philanthropy happening. And trying to, get inner city kids off the streets and into the streaming anime. Like imagine you could get the inner city kids out the streets and hurting each other and watching the screen, I'd much rather that. I'd much rather
Hey,
that.
we grew up in it. We
Yeah.
all four of us are product of it, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Look at us.
Video games and anime, I feel like have kept me indoors more often than I'm outdoors. And I won't say that
Yes,
like an
sir.
introvert, like I don't touch grass. I mean, my whole life, I didn't been out there, man. I had my period of time in my life where I was out partying and kicking it and going out and traveling, doing stuff, having fun. And I mean, I won't say that that's not something you should do, but I think that when I say it kept me indoors more than outdoors, there were some times where I would just watch anime instead of going out to the club. There were some
Right.
times I would watch anime instead of going out on a date with a girl who might, try to take all my money from you. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, come
You
over
know,
and watch anime.
there were times when I feel like I spent time on anime or playing video games where I could have been doing something that would have been less productive or less beneficial to my time and my, my pockets. So
Absolutely.
Definitely.
It's an outlet, bro. At the
yeah.
end of the day, anime and video games, as much negative attention that it may get for people doing it and wasting time and not getting out here and making money, bro. It's a positive outlet. And a lot of times people get into stuff like that and it just makes you go blank. Just like when the women go out and they watch their soap operas and watch baddies and go and they do their girly things, the other ones, for the rest of us, we can blank out. We can watch some anime, blank out for a couple hours and be fine. Play some video games, and a lot of times, not only is it peaceful with its recreational, you actually, your hand-eye coordination gets better. There's a study that shows that older people that play video games, their cognitive minds are well above the level of other older people who don't.
That is correct.
You're keeping it active. You're keeping it working.
It's not just a getaway; it's actually peaceful. So, I mean, it's actually, beneficial for you. So,
I'm gonna piggyback off of that too. Anime gives you a lot of good moral values.
Yeah.
If you find the right ones, not all of them, but morally, it's better than baddies. I'm just gonna say it like it's better.
Hey, David, as long as you don't idolize the wrong character.
Yeah, bro.
Well, because
you could go the Sasuke route or you could go the Naruto route,
Or you could be a weird ass and be like Mineta.
They both ended up in the same place.
With My Hero. But like, it's a good example. My Hero, you can look at Endeavor backstory and become a better father.
Yeah. They have good morals at times. You be like, hey, what is that? Dr. Stone, I learned some shit.
I'll be saying it all the time. I'll be learning. I feel like Dr. Stone is a show that would have been like on PBS back in the day.
You know that campfire one, man. Like those
campfire cooking.
Wars.
Oh man, that's
Food
one of my
Wars
favorites.
has showed me some stuff,
bro. I literally just got my wife watching Food Wars.
Now, that's crazy because my girl was the person that put me on Food Wars. My girl put me on that.
I'm actually planning to make a video and drop it on my solo channel. With me and my wife talking about the series that we've watched and like where she was when she first started anime with me to where she is now. Bro, we started out on legit only rom-coms. Legit, like just slice of life rom-coms. Right. And now I got my wife. We are on season 3 of To Your Eternity. I got her watching My Hero Academia for like 6 or 7 episodes. And we are watching Food Wars. She loved Food Wars, bro. I don't like.
That's what's up.
So it's like we didn't progress. We didn't went the whole spectrum on low key. Like we didn't went from slice of life rom-coms to watching shonen like cooking series.
What have she taken to watch on her own without you? And you looked over and like, you watching that?
She's not gonna do that. She's not gonna do that.
That might be the next step.
Everything we watch together.
Okay.
But
she might though.
But I mean, that's not
she might surprise you.
But I'm saying, like, I don't even care for that because I mean, it's like like that's that's our bond, like one of our bonding things.
Yeah.
Do together. Like in addition to eating, like we bond together over some of these series that we watch, man.
Yo,
Bro, we,
I
bro,
was
we,
shocked.
bro, we
Some of the
cried,
stuff my
we
wife was
cried
watching.
together over To Your Eternity, bro. Like it's like what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Like
yeah,
that's our bonding thing, but that's cool though because it's like shit. You introduce somebody to one genre, they start branching out. You like, oh, okay, so. You was talking like you weren't an anime fan when I first met you, that you never would be an anime fan.
yeah,
And now I had to introduce you to some shit that you actually like. And it's funny because she likes Korean dramas and whatnot. Like she likes K dramas that
yes.
be on Netflix and shit. And I was like,
Damn,
look,
your wife too?
yeah.
I think it's a girl thing, yo. I
I
can't
mean,
figure it out.
I could tell you exactly what it is, bro. One, K dramas, a lot of K dramas have those typical stories that women love, that like those pull at your heartstrings, but they also
Yeah,
have very like pretty male actors that like are like
yeah,
easy on the eyes, no homo, but
yeah.
like these are some pretty men,
Do she be following them on like
she
Twitter and stuff?
does she does
Oh my god, I'm
she
like, dude,
does she
yo, this is
does she
crazy.
does so
Shit,
so
they be trying to tell me about him. I said, I don't know, man.
Look, she
I don't
even got me at one point. I recognized the dude from one series that was in another series, and I was like, "Ain't that the same
know.
dude?" So,
Yeah, she be knowing what they do, and she was
yeah.
following one dude who had accusations. Like she be in their whole life, yo.
Oh man. All right. So next thing we're gonna talk about, man, is upcoming anime series. Just gonna keep it short, man. All right, so we're gonna go through each of us. What anime series this season, you can maybe give one or two, uh, are you most hyped for? Now, they're currently this season stuff that's coming out this week and next week.
This week. Almost a whole month. We got
Yeah,
some.
we got stuff coming out this whole January. Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
what series you most hyped for? I can run down a couple and y'all I can you can stop me when I land on one that you like.
Well, I
I mean
got
I know.
one that's Frieren. Frieren is
Okay.
one for me.
Yep. Okay. That's actually number one. Me too.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's another one I saw on here.
also
I know
also
y'all was in the Hell's Paradise.
yep, Hell's Paradise season 2.
Oh,
I was gonna
Frieren
say
is
that.
on the 16th. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I care about right now. To be
What
honest with
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. And
what
what's today?
what
In 4 days.
what you care about, Damon? Which one's yours?
you. Hell's Paradise. I mean,
Okay. What about you, Broad?
I've watched and read JJK all the way to the end, so the
Yeah.
hype for it is slowly gone down because I already know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen. But Hell's Paradise is so fresh.
Yeah.
I'm just like excited to see it animated, all the way
Yeah.
through now. So yeah, that's mine.
What about you, Broad?
Oh, David already said mine, man. You already know. I'm here for the violence, baby. JJK, and I'm ready to see. I'm here for the violence. Let's fuck shit up all year, and then let's ride it out until Elbath in April, and then let's supplement it with a little bit of sentence to be a hero. Sentence to be a hero in the middle,
All right.
because. All right, real quick. Also, I'm gonna apologize to the crowd for on FM's behalf. I did start Fire Force after talking mild shit about it. I thought it was weak after the first episode. I'm probably on episode like 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever. The shit's gas.
It's actually funny too. Like it's a good
It's
show.
gas.
The effects get me on that show.
The
So,
sound
season 3 of-
when Shinra do his when he be doing, he be putting his fingers together and he boosts
Yeah.
himself. He do the shit. I don't know if you got there yet, bro, but
No, he ain't get there.
that's-
He ain't there
yeah.
yet. It helps.
No,
you
it's
see-
this. Is that-
Yeah.
He-
Well, no,
no,
he
he do that
does
too.
different ones. He does
Yeah,
different
he do
ones.
different ones with his
Ah,
fingers.
yeah.
Yeah, he do the different ones.
Yeah, he do different ones, but he boosts that shit. The effect of the fire, like coming out, is like the sound effect is like it's contagious.
Okay.
It's like it's
Their sound
Yeah.
is nice. The
Yeah.
sound effect
And
is-
season 3 of that'll probably be on my list too.
okay.
Mm.
All right, so I'm gonna
and
go
they
name
get
off a
serious
couple.
too. I'm just letting you know, bro. Like right now, everything is fun and hunky dory.
Yeah.
They gonna go down in them tunnels and shit get rowdy.
That's why I love it. I'm okay. I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
You don't see
All right.
people get killed at first, but
Yeah.
yeah, shit changes.
Let me tell you. All right, so this I got a couple honorary mentions. I already know David gonna probably watch some of these, man. But Broad and Damo, I want y'all to like branch out a little bit for me, man. I want you to branch out a little bit for me. All right, so My Hero Academia Vigilante season 2. Yeah, okay, come on, look, hey.
You said branch out a little bit. I watched it.
Broad, you see, but you see Broad right now. Like Broad don't want to, Broad don't want to branch out. All right, Fate Strange Fake. I told y'all about that. I hyped it up. I feel like I hyped it up a little bit. I want y'all to.
Is that the one where the medieval guys and shit?
It's not medieval guys. It's not medieval. It's set in present day with historical figures as the
I'll peep that. I'm a peep. I'm definitely peep that.
Yeah, a fight for one wish. Okay. Yes.
So all right, so this is another one, man. Now this is gonna be a hot one, boy. This is gonna be a hot one, bro. I don't know. See, have y'all ever heard of Chain Soldier?
Never heard of it.
I've seen that on the list.
Chain Soldier. Watch it. I will tell you this. One of the things about the show. The main character is a guy with no powers, but one of the other main characters, basically, her power is to, how can I explain this? Her power is she can make him submit to her, and when he submits to her, he becomes he kind of like almost like takes on like a monster's form, but it's like his power, like that. Like she's basically giving him his powers. So it like she has to make him submit to her, like with a chain. And so wait, all right, wait, Damo, because listen, this is where it get crazy, right? All right, so after she used her powers on him, she has to fulfill one request from him afterwards. That's how her power works.
Oh yeah, I'm in. I'm already in. I'm already down.
It's some freaky shit. It is not safe to watch around your children.
I'm in.
Maybe not around the others. You watch the uncut version. There is nudity. And
when that one come out, what's the date on that?
That's season 2. It's season 2. You gotta watch season 1. It's on Hot Dive. It's on Hot Dive.
I'm gonna find it.
But I mean, you can use alternative sources if you would like.
Alternate sources, we would never. We pay for everything.
Yes, absolutely.
Wink.
But Chain Soldier, watch it though.
All right. Rod made a confession and said that he decided to watch Fire Force. So I guess it's my turn to state my confession. This is a confessional. Chat, I never watched Chainsaw Man. I guess we can. But I like it now. All right, I watched it. First episode, it blew my mind because I guess I didn't pay attention when I watched it the first time, and now I ain't gonna lie, I love it, bro. I don't know what it is about the art style in the first episode. It kind of reminds me of Akira. I don't know what it is about the way that they move. It's weird, but I really like
see that.
Everybody, I'm putting up applications for new co-hosts. So
that's crazy.
I'll be dropping that. I'll be dropping that at some point. We're looking for 2 new co-hosts. Folks that's really into anime now. Come on, don't. I don't want no folks who ain't watched no Chainsaw Man, no Fire Force. Bro, I want the real anime fans now.
Real anime fans.
So folks,
that's crazy.
Just throwing that out there.
See,
I'm not gonna take this from
Don't make me. Hey, bro, look, we finna have to scratch through our headbands and start up a rival podcast, bro.
Man, what? The dark side. I'm not gonna sit here and take this from a slice of life lover.
Hey, those be the best ones.
So y'all like subjective content where people actually don't like things? Come over here to Death Row.
David, I'm gonna have to get Suge on him, bro.
Man, he locked up.
Put that whole shit up, all this shit.
Hey,
I'm gonna have somebody come. They gonna come break your computers, break your mics, all that shit. gonna mess your whole setup up,
And he put it in reverse.
We ain't having none of that around here. We ain't having none of that around here. But nah, I was also gonna say, man, one honorary mention is y'all remember Ronin Warriors from when we was kids? Like this is back way back in
Yes,
the day.
that
It's
poster,
get a
that
sequel.
remake looks. It
It's
looks
not a remake,
that,
it's a sequel.
sequel. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
it's a
sequel.
sequel. Yes, it's
But
different.
that's
Yes.
a nice coat of polish they put on that little ad they put up.
Yeah. Y'all remember Ronin Warriors, Damo? Bruh, y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Y'all remember that shit?
Looking like
That the
samurai.
I never finished them.
Half Gundam suits.
No, they had Gundam suits. You remember they it was like on some Power Rangers like Sailor Moon type shit.
Yeah, Samurai
Yeah, it was
Power
the-
Rangers
Like
kind of
Gundams.
Their regular
shoulder
suits
pads.
was like their regular suits was
Long
like
ass shoulder pads. Fuck
they had like a regular ass suit but they
Yeah.
like when they put on their armor does like that Sailor
shoulder
Moon shit.
pads. Them bitches were long as hell.
The shoulder pads was crazy, and then they all
You
put
see
their
how
bodies
they?
together.
You
They have
remember
a
how
white
the
samurai.
Yeah.
You remember how the shoulder pads used to go like this?
Bro,
Y'all remember, but you know the most iconic of all of them wasn't one of the samurais. It was one of the villains. You remember the villain that had the chain sickle? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, David?
Yep.
I forgot his name, but
I used to watch Ronin Warriors a lot.
Yeah,
a whole lot.
Yeah,
That's one of the good ones. That's one of the older ones that's coming back around.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that I'm excited for that. But yeah, I guess we're gonna move on to our discussion topics for today. A lot of these, well, not all of these, actually, all of these are what if scenarios. We want to theme it after some what if scenarios, man, just to start off 2026. So we're gonna start off with what if Gojo was evil in the JJK universe?
You already know. He would have took that bitch over. Too much drip.
at what point do you think would he have turned evil? Would he have turned evil?
Okay.
Friend?
So let's say like this. So in the JJK universe, like morality is very like gray. There's a lot of there's a lot of gray area in morality in JJK. Like like you got a lot of like the sorcerers like that don't engage in moral activity. I'm looking at you, May May. I don't know y'all know May May. May May the one with the little boy. You know what I'm talking about? She got the little boy.
She was kind of when she woke up in the bed with him was kind of
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's a moral gray area in JJK. So I guess what I mean is like if Gojo ended up not being like the type of hero protagonist, well, not protagonist, but like the type of hero character that he was, what if he was more like willing to like kill people and do bad shit to get the job done? Almost like Toji Zenin, like he wasn't a sorcerer, but he had like heavenly restriction. You remember, and he didn't really care. He's a hitman, assassin type of nigga. Y'all remember Gojo? You remember when he was fighting in the subway and he was like he was avoiding all the people. He would not. You remember he wouldn't use his domain expansion because he was like, if I use my domain expansion around all these people, they'll die.
Yes,
like he was like 1.9 seconds or some shit.
Yeah, so like Gojo is fairly like he has a decent set of morals. He would avoid killing if he doesn't have to. So it's like, what if he was evil? Like, what if he just didn't care? Like, do y'all think that like a lot of like
that fight would have went totally differently a lot earlier?
I would say that a lot. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Is a lot of shit would have went way different because I look at when him and Geto fought whatchamacallit, when you remember the backstory, not Jujutsu Kaisen 0, but the backstory
of
arc
Gojo.
That they had. Yeah, the backstory arc that they had. The way I look at that, man, is like if Gojo didn't care, a lot more shit would have gotten done, and a lot less of these villains would have even existed up to this point. Like, because he would have just been eradicating curses at a stellar rate. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wouldn't have been focused on trying to save lives. He would have just been killing curses. And
so is he a victim of creating their current problem?
Oh
Like,
yeah, of course. Remember at the beginning they said when he was born, curses had to like level up. They had to evolve to keep up. So
yeah.
with him being the standard, or not the standard, but him being the exception, that they had to level up or evolve to reach. I feel like if he had of been more of a get the job done no matter what type of guy, those curses wouldn't have stood a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
look
that's
at
not inherently evil.
yeah. I
He
mean
would just be more like Ghetto. He
it
would just
is
be
though.
Ghetto.
It is well, I mean it is though, because it's like think about like David, if you in the real world, right, and you could go and you could just nuke your enemy instead of trying to launch a surgical tactical strike, which one you gonna do if you're a good person? You're gonna try to do that tactical strike so that you can avoid the most casualties. But if you
This
didn't
comes
care,
into
you're gonna launch that nuke.
one man's freedom fighter could be another's terrorist.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Gojo as an evil person, I feel like he would have got more done than he got done when he was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Would
restricted
he
himself.
would he be evil for the good, or would he be evil on the bad?
It still depends on what you look at it, because like when you look at it from the standpoint of sealing curses or destroying curses, I mean like all curses aren't evil, I guess. I mean it depends on
Right.
what you say, right? It's like I feel like for their goal of eradicating curses, it would have been good for the sake of their goal, their agenda. But
Okay.
good for the sake of saving lives, no. You remember
I think he
Nanami?
would.
What are you gonna say, Rod?
Oh, I'll say
Yeah.
I was say that I think he would have snapped. He had, if we were to think about that,
Yeah.
if we think about it, he had his opportunity to snap, because when he was talking to Gato about like, hey, we could really do it. We could just make this whole world into just sorcerers.
Yeah.
And Gojo really thought about that shit. And if you really think about it, I don't know. In a sense, you could flip it and say, all right, I want to eradicate all the bad sorcerers or source users.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. With Gojo's powers, it's
Broad.
it's possible. It's
Broad,
beyond possible.
you just raised the point to prove it though. Like you remember him and Geto had that conversation. Geto said, if you team up with me, we can actually do this. We
Yeah.
can make a world of only sorcerers. And if only sorcerers exist, that means that curses would ultimately have to only fight with sorcerers.
Yep.
Curses,
Yeah.
you make
And the
a
curses probably wouldn't even be able to attach themselves to humans. It wouldn't be many left.
yeah. Ghetto's goal was to make a better world, because that didn't include only like weak humans.
Yeah.
He was very much so like the
So apocalypse.
strong. What do you call that shit? What do you call that shit? Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, so it's like, but he said, Gojo, he said, with your powers, he said, this is possible. We can do, if you team up with me, we can get this shit done. Like,
So it's how
that.
Apocalypse see mutants. Only the strong mutants survive.
Yeah. Only strong mutants survive, and they eliminate all the humans. Because, because what use is the humans if you ain't got no power? If you're not a mutant.
Unless you're a strong human like, what's his name's daddy?
Yeah.
Fuji's dad. Because he was different.
But that's a good example. So it's just, I think evil Gojo wouldn't probably got more done, but it depends on what you think get more done. I mean, get more done from a non-moral stance, he would have got more done.
Yeah. Eliminating curses.
You got more done.
That was their job.
Curses like Mahito and Jogo and all of them wouldn't have even existed, because he would have scoped that out like that quick, and domain expansion, and they're done. Like it wouldn't have been really too much that they could do about it.
Right.
Because but the other thing too is, man, Geto did a really good job of planning out shit for Gojo to seal him off and shit like that. You remember he's like sealed him in the they made a barrier to keep him out the school, so that the plant motherfucker Hanami could fight the students.
Itadori, yeah.
Yeah, you know, you remember he made the not made it, but he remember he used the curse box, the little what you call that shit? What do you
To
call that
seal
shit?
away Gojo.
Yeah, they
The
sealed him
seal.
away in that box. You
Yeah.
know, so I mean, you know, he did a good job of keeping
But
Gojo out
that
the fights. So I
this is the
mean,
beginning of the end for all of that too. So
yeah. But I wonder if Geto if or Kenjaku wasn't the one that did that, I wonder what the humans have been able to seal off Gojo if he went out of control.
no.
Hell no.
No. This was a plan in the making probably for years. They've been trying to figure this shit out for a minute.
Yeah.
And they had everything had to line up, all the ducks had to be in a row. You know what I'm
Years in
saying?
advance.
I would
Yeah.
say the best plan would probably be to have somebody eat all of Sukuna's fingers.
Yeah, but they just started figuring that out.
But you remember they had all 10 of them, you know, originally until they started getting stolen. You remember they all started getting stolen and shit, and so
Yeah, but they
you know,
knew they couldn't just give them to somebody because they
yeah,
said that power was rare as it was to
yeah,
even find somebody to even be able to consume a cursed item
yeah, that's true. I feel like that's the only option though.
at this point. Yeah,
I don't know, but Toji handled him pretty good though. I mean, let's not forget Toji killed him, you know, for a brief period of time.
yeah.
So
But that was young Gojo who didn't
yeah, that's
he
true.
wasn't the man he is today.
Yeah, I mean, he is the heavenly, not heavenly, but he's the what did he say? You remember when he was like bathed in that yellow light, and he was like I'm the exalted one, you know, like above everyone and all that shit. You know, he's like basically like
He
I'm
had to
God.
come to that realization.
Yeah. Um. So yeah. All right. So the next what if scenario that we got. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Y'all.
Yeah.
All right. What if Edward joined Father at the end of Full Metal Alchemist in that last fight? What if Edward decided to switch sides? Damo, what you think?
If Edward switched sides, it would be for a reason, bro. I just cannot fathom a reality where Edward would choose to side with Father and it not benefit him in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Do you don't think that you don't think that Father could have maybe revived or not revived, but brought back Alphonse's body?
Alphonse.
Yeah, he could
Absolutely
have
not.
brought back his body.
So yes, Father had the ability to do it,
Yeah.
but Father has no moral compass. That would not have happened. And if
Fa-
it did, there would have been very severe consequences.
I feel like Father would have had to sacrifice a city in order to get Alphonse's
Very
body back.
severe consequences.
Because you
Even
know,
if
because
that was the case, Alphonse would
Didn't it feel like
but-
Father was just reaching into the gate at will at though?
but you know, but I know I feel like Father didn't have the understanding. You remember at the end, Alphonse got a good understanding of how, like, you remember he got the understanding of how the gate worked, and so he was able to bypass the equivalent exchange.
Yes.
You know, and you see, he was able to get Alphonse's body back without sacrificing nothing. But Father didn't know how to do that. You remember, so Father was like, you remember Father made that what do you call that shit? He made that thing and the whole he said the whole world. He said he made a whole what do you call that shit?
Alchemist circle.
Yeah, alchemy circle. He made an alchemy circle
Yeah.
across the world. You remember that was what the Ishvalan
War was
whole
about.
was about was
Yeah.
spilling
Getting enough
blood,
bloodshed.
yeah, to create alchemy circle. So he Father was willing to sacrifice millions of people in order to get his job, like get things done.
His
So I feel like
power, yeah.
I feel like the simple solution for Father would have just been like sacrificing someone's life to get Alphonse's body back.
Yeah,
But
but
you remember,
my
Edward
always
wasn't
thought,
against that.
yeah, my thought was with him. I always feel like even with any ruler, when you sacrifice everybody just for a kingdom with no one in it,
But new
I'd
people
be
could
so
be born.
confused.
New
That's
people could be
true,
born.
but
You remember that was the whole thing. You remember is that he sacrificed everybody to get his physical body. You remember, like, you know, like
yeah,
so he redid the alchemy circle with him at the center.
But even his body couldn't even withstand all the power he was trying to filter
Yeah,
through it.
yeah, that's true.
Ultimately, yeah, he ended up starting to break down.
That's true. So I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Edward, if Edward didn't have his morals, he could have joined Father and circumvented a lot of the problems that they encountered.
He wavered a lot though on some of those morals. Like every once in a while, he'll feel like, man, if I could just, you know what I'm saying, get my brother back.
The Philosopher's Stone. You remember, he was like, you remember they had the fake Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah,
and he was chasing after that for a minute. You know, how to create a Philosopher's Stone.
Hey, because I ain't gonna lie, Mustang wavered on his morals to get them eyes back.
Yeah.
Real fast. He's like, well, you know, I do want to see. You know what I'm saying? You be like, oh, I see now.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a good one. Anybody else got any opinions on that?
Nope. Keep it moving.
All right. So what if Lemillion, Mirio, from My Hero Academia, inherited One for All instead of Deku?
The greatest One for All carrier of all time.
You think he would have been better than All Might?
I think he would have been better than All Might because I personally thought he had a better power than All Might because I don't like that whole.
All Might didn't have a quirk when he got One for All, you know.
Well,
that's what they say. They said he was quirkless.
Because I'm gonna be real with you, that whole fight, like I said, he got screwed over in the end because he got hit with one of the pellets. But just imagine how that fight with Overhaul would have ended if he would have dodged that pellet.
So I don't think he would have been able to beat Overhaul with his regular power set.
He was giving him the work.
No, you remember he wasn't. You remember he was having a hard time. But you remember remember part of that was because he was trying to protect Eri at the same time too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you take Eri out of the equation, I think that he might have been able to actually win that fight because there's no reality in which Overhaul could have even touched Mirio if he wasn't trying to protect Eri. You remember he had to be physical because he had to carry her.
Yeah,
you know. So,
wasn't Deku stronger because he was quirkless with that power?
So that's where I feel like the conversation is like it gets more complicated is because you remember they said that the only reason why Deku was able to get access to all the other quirks in One for All was because he was quirkless.
Yes,
you know, because there was room for him to take it all in. But when you already have a quirk
with the quirk.
Yeah, when you already have a quirk, it's harder for it to, I guess, manifest all the other extra ones because you're not whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
You're not, you don't have space for it. So I think Mirio would have been good. He had the body for it. You know, he had the muscles, he had the body to take the quirk in and effectively use it from day one. And he was already almost a graduate. You know, he only had one more year left of school. And so I think that he would have hit the ground running faster than Deku. But
they might have been able to stop things when it comes to the League of Villains before they got out of hand to it. As long as he can get that strength with that power to basically phase through stuff, I think he would have been probably the better option, and they would have got a lot of shit done way faster.
Lemillion would have been a better One for All user than Deku or All Might. Reason I say that is because Lemillion has always been secure in and of itself. One for All comes with a lot of emotional backing.
But he wouldn't have had Black Whip and all that extra shit. So
you don't take
it out.
But he didn't need. When you think about Black Whip and all that, he didn't need that.
But with the strength alone, y'all say he would have been.
Deku needed the other quirks because the quirk that he had, the original One for All quirk was the strength that he got from All Might. His body couldn't handle it, and he needed to. He needed something else to kind of balance that out
and all that other stuff.
He needed everything. Literally, not one quirk in and of itself was too much. He needed a little bit of everything to make it work. He couldn't use 100% of any of his quirks at any point in the show.
You remember when he fought Nagant, and he said that the only reason why he was able to he did a faux 100% smash. But
Exactly. I remember.
he had to
I
use
remember.
gear shift and what's the other one?
He used
It used
smoke stream, Fajin, and
Fajin.
Yep,
Fajin and gear shift.
but
And
he needed those to do 100% because
right.
his body couldn't handle it.
You're
He
right.
needed all those.
He needed those gauntlets too.
And even then, when he fought Shigaraki, he used Black Whip because his gauntlets broke. Why did he need Black Whip to cover his tendon?
Cover his fist.
Because his body wasn't strong enough to handle one for all.
You're right.
Hypothetically speaking, Lemillion would never even need that much.
Yeah,
and like I said, with the emotional backing, a lot of times Lemillion had to come in and save Deku just mentally. Just, hey, look, dude, just calm the fuck down. Like, all right,
because Lemillion, he had a moral compass, so it wasn't like he was gonna be evil with it. You know what I'm saying?
And he's also popular with people.
He had the body.
He was popular with people.
The body.
Yeah.
The moral compass.
The training.
He had the technological, like mental stability behind all of this, so he could think
just
on
to even use his own power. Technically, he was smart.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he said that he could like kill himself if he didn't use his power right.
Just using his quirk. So to answer the question, Lemillion would have most definitely been a better one for all user.
That's a good. That's a good point. That's actually a good. That's a good one.
With his smarts, he might have been able to tap into some of those other powers, like the danger sense and shit like that. He was really smart.
I think that the explanation in universe was technically that nobody else would have been able to use that if they weren't quirkless. But because I think it's like a not a technical thing like tapping into it, but it's more like a biological thing. You know, but I don't know. But
biologically, if that's what it is, then I get it. But just the strength and his phase alone, oh my god! Because I mean, imagine him even getting the extra push and punching somebody just fade. You couldn't touch him, and he could hit you with everything he got. That's a little crazy.
You're all right, man. That's good. That's a good one. Broad, you got any opinions?
No, man. Shout out my nigga Mega Million.
Oh my god, it's Lemillion.
I call him Mega Million. Mega Million. That's my nigga Mega Million.
We're gonna call him Booty Man because his
bro was out here getting caked up. Like
when he flashed Shigaraki, that shit was hilarious.
His secret power is twerking. We're gonna call him Booty Man.
All right. What if we got 3 more? We got three more. All right. What if Tanjiro had become a demon instead of Nezuko at the beginning of Demon Slayer?
Then Demon Slayer would have ended on the second episode.
You think Giyu would have just killed him like that?
Do you think Nezuko had the mental ability to fight and like?
Well, no, she was the younger sister, and she was still very young. So I mean, I can see that part, but I also wonder with not Deku, Tanjiro's the way he was, mentally, his personality, like would he have manifested into a demon that was like bloodthirsty? You know what I'm saying? Like would like we are like Tanjiro didn't just become this altruistic like hero throughout the series that we know. It was from day one that Tanjiro
had a moral compass,
strong sense of this strong moral compass, and
no demon in the entire series. Thank you. No demon in the entire series of Demon Slayer had a moral compass the moment that they became a demon. Everybody around them got slaughtered. They got the blood in their bodies, and then they developed their moral compass.
There is one. You remember old girl that was the doctor?
Yeah.
She had been fighting against Muzan from day one.
From the beginning.
They're one of the greatest backstories of well, for those that haven't read the manga, but for those that have, one of the greatest backstories, by the way.
Yeah.
She's an exception. I don't think that would have happened. And then, like I said,
what's her name was eating? What's her name was also eating demon flesh. Him and his brother.
I know.
So they had that. You talking about? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're
He
talking
But
about.
the
I was
one
gonna
whose
say,
brother is a Hashira. He
yeah,
eats demon
but I
flesh.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
let me ask this before I answer. Are we gonna go off of the series as of where it's at now, or go ahead and include the manga?
Let's just keep it at the Infinity Castle movie. Let's keep
Yeah.
let's, so then so if Tanjiro had become a demon, and let's just say he survived. Like let's say Giyu didn't kill him in episode 2. Um, do you think that he would have been able to go on the same type of journey? You
I
know,
think
of coming. Yeah.
I think it's just because going off answer is kind of what David said earlier. Again, I'm not going to try to spoil it too much when I answer this, but going off of Tanjiro's full backstory and what we know, like all the way up until the end, he always had the quote unquote power or the mental not capacity, really mental capability to tame the demon
Yeah.
powers within him.
Yeah.
So I would say it would probably been, if he probably would have turned into a demon instead of Nezuko, it probably been one of those like anti-villain type shits. Like,
You think he would have like been on a whole journey to go chase down Muzan, but like he would have been a demon?
yeah,
Wait.
from the inside.
Would any of the Hashira have killed him at like just passing by one day, and a Hashira is in the city and they find out that Tanjiro is a demon? Would he have been killed?
It
Because
would have
that's
been
what I
an
think of.
interesting story on how they would have wrote it in that he got away long enough.
I think we're missing a lot of things here. We're looking at the best, most like lights, bright future for Tanjiro. We're not taking into consideration the entire story of he survives, right? He survives,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Tanjiro survives. Muzan is gonna come back looking for him. Tanjiro has nowhere to hide. He has no secret encampment to go to. Muzan finds him. Do you know the agreement that Muzan gave Akaza?
So Muzan makes him a Kizuki.
You take this blood and you survive or you die, but you're gonna take this blood.
Wait, but for real though, Demo, Muzan finds out that Tanjiro is from the same clan as Yurichi. You know talk about the one that almost killed him, Muzan.
Of course,
he finds out that Tanjiro is a descendant. Does he make him a Kizuki? One of the 12
Tanjiro does not become a Kizuki, and if we're just kind of veering off here, but Tanjiro does not become a Kizuki on his own. He just gives Muzan's power. The only way Tanjiro becomes a Kizuki is if we pretty much change the entire story in and of itself. He fights number 2. Wait, number 1. He fights number 1. He wins. He gets some new blood. He becomes the new number 1, and then he fights Muzan. That's the only way I can see.
It only got to be that, because all it got to be is if Muzan came back and said, "Hey, like, oh, so I see those earrings on your ears. Where you get them from?" Like he finds out, and then he gives him some of his blood, and now Tanjiro got some of that Muzan blood in him, and get that power up, and starts climbing the ranks. And then, like y'all said, now maybe this story becomes a Tanjiro becoming one of the strongest demons under Muzan's eye, but also with the intent to kill Muzan. We've watched some other anime series, like that, right? That where a character, I'll use the example, Gin from Bleach. Remember Gin? That nigga, his whole thing was to kill Aizen.
There's a
waited. He waited.
A hugest hole in it.
How?
All the demons share the same mindset. They have the same.
Can he read their minds?
No,
I don't think he can read their minds.
Huh?
I don't think he can read their minds.
He can't read minds, but he can read feelings. He would be able to definitely feel that Tanjiro had ill intent.
Well, Tanjiro seems like he keeps his feelings in check. He can get mad, but he's the most level-headed out of all of them.
I just feel like the key to the whole thing would be how this all plays out, because like I said, if Muzan gave Tanjiro some of his blood, we know that Muzan blood is so concentrated that it can automatically make you hella powerful if you are set up the right way, because that's what happened with with the Kizuki, right? Some of the lower moons, when they got a little bit of Muzan's blood, they became lower moons. He said that like people like Akaza, and whatnot, they consumed more of Muzan's blood that made them more powerful. So you remember when he gave lower, I forgot which number it was, but the dude that they fought on the Mugen train.
Mm-hmm.
You remember right before he went on the Mugen train, Muzan gave him some more of his blood, and it gave him a power up. Yep, upper 6. It gave him a power up. I just think of it like that. It's like if Muzan gave Tanjiro some of his blood, and Tanjiro was already kind of like descendant of these people, and he set up a certain way. I feel like Tanjiro could have the potential to become somebody, but whether or not he becomes a villain, or he tries to infiltrate and kill Muzan from the inside, you never know. I mean, I guess that part, I see where you're going with it, Damo.
It's not happening. That right there would never happen. Without spoiling anything for anybody. If you've watched and read all the way to the end, right? Mm-hmm. Not spoiling anything here. Not everybody has the ability to stay mentally sane once they come into contact with demon blood. You destroy everything around you, and then you mourn the consequences.
Yeah.
Muzan killed Tanjiro's entire family in the beginning of the story.
Yeah.
If Tanjiro killed because in the beginning, Nezuko, even though she was sane, even though she stayed sane, the moment that she seen Tanjiro, she tried to kill him. Yeah. But Tanjiro was strong enough, and he had a fucking hatchet to like put in her mouth to stop her from biting him and turning him into a demon. Yeah. Nezuko didn't have a blade. She didn't have anything. So, hypothetically speaking, Tanjiro gets bitten. He turns into a demon. He goes after Nezuko, who can't fight for herself. And even if Nezuko could hold him down, what did Nezuko do when she got bitten? She got fucking bigger. She can't fight off Tanjiro. Yeah. So he bites her. Maybe kills her, turns her into a demon. Yeah. Tanjiro has nothing left to live for. He said that plenty of times in the story. She is the only thing he has left, and the only reason why he's going to Muzan. If he has nothing else to live for,
you know what?
You raised
that would have been the reason. That would have been the reason he didn't bite her. His determination would have stopped him from biting her. Because that same determination is the reason why he didn't kill her. That was his last living family member. He would have saw her and been aware that's all I got left. I bet he would have been able to stop himself.
I think that's plot armor.
This could have went a lot of different ways.
Yeah. Batman gets it a lot. Might as well give it to Tanjiro. It's a little bit of share. You know what I'm saying? They can share a little bit.
All right. Well, shit. All right. Well, we got one more because I know we got to wrap it up soon. All right. It's gonna be a throwback, man. All right. What if Yusuke had joined Sensui instead of fighting against him in Yu Yu Hakusho? Now, just to give context, I mean, I don't know if y'all remember, but Sensui, he was Yusuke's predecessor. He was a spirit detective before Yusuke, and he found out
why they were looking for a new one.
Yeah, but Sensui found out the shit that he's not supposed to find out. He found what they called it. What did they call that shit? Chapter Black.
The files. Yeah.
Chapter Black. Yeah. But he found out basically all of the atrocities and horrible things that have been done throughout history, for the sake of humanity, and demons. So he saw the Chapter Black, decided to go renegade. And you remember he tried to recruit Yusuke to say, hey, join me. We can fix all this.
They're not really the good guys.
Yeah, we can fix all of this. So what happens?
I personally think Sensui was right. He's one of the people that you'd be like, you're not wrong. People have done some of the most messed up stuff, and they're going to continue to do it unless somebody steps up.
Yep.
Because he wasn't after people; he was trying to save the people. Technically,
I think his goal was to do what was that shit? His goal wasn't to save the people. You remember he was trying to open the gate to Demon World.
To the Demon World and let everything. He was going to end up destroying humanity because they were they technically were the ones who was evil. They were doing the evil stuff.
Yeah.
He wanted to destroy humanity because he felt like humanity in and of itself was evil. He wanted to destroy humanity.
He felt like they were irredeemable.
Irredeemable.
Yeah. So the way I look at it, man, I wonder. So we know that Yusuke has demon blood, but Sensui did not know that. And you remember when they went into Demon World, and you remember they was fighting, and Yusuke's ancestor, what was his name?
Hijacked his body.
What was Yusuke's ancestor name?
Man, I can't remember.
But his ancestor took over his body, you know, but Sensui was not aware. So since we didn't know that he was a demon, do you think that he would have even tried to recruit him, knowing that he had S-rank demon inside of him?
He would have given him an ultimatum.
Because Yusuke Ryzen, that's what his name. Yusuke's ancestor was Ryzen. He was an S-rank demon, one of the three kings.
Yeah.
You know, would he have still extended the same offer to a nigga that's descended from royal demon royalty?
He might have, because he was trying to get the demons into the human world anyway.
I mean, if you think about it, if you are trying to reach a goal and you feel like there's somebody in your way, but this one person can technically be your ally if you convince them and they can help you reach your goal faster.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you try to convince them or put something on the table and say, hey, let me pitch something to you real quick. Let me just lay this out.
Let me throw it out there too. This is a good, because you raise a good point. I raise you one better, bro. Hiei and Kurama had no beef with Sensui.
Nope.
Kuwabara and Keiko was the only ones that was keeping Yusuke connected to his humanity, and maybe his mother. His mother was a deadbeat, by the way. But I mean, you know, his mother was deadbeat. So maybe I'll say Keiko and Kuwabara was the only ones that was keeping Yusuke grounded in his humanity. But
his mom never did ask where he was. Well, he just disappeared from time to time.
Yeah, but Kurama and Hiei, when they found out, since we was playing, they was like, oh.
Kurama and Hiei didn't have humanity to keep him grounded too. You know,
Kurama did. Kurama had his mother. You know, his mother.
No. That's not that. So, in order to have humanity, it has to be tied to humanity. That shit was just tied to one person. Had his foster mom had anything happen to her, he was going right back to the trenches. He was gonna go back to demon again.
But no, that's what he did. You remember that? And in the final arc, Hiei and Kurama left. You remember, and they went back to Demon World, and they decided to work under the other two of the three kings to take over Demon World. You remember that was the whole thing. You know, they had the tournament to take over Demon World. Kurama was under Yomi, and Hiei went back to I forgot what Hiei's person was named. It was the chick, but
the girl. I can't remember.
But they went back to the those two, and they originally, you know, wasn't gonna be a tournament. Originally, it was gonna be a war. Yusuke was the one who suggested the tournament. You know, but it was gonna be an all-out war. So I think that you're right. I think that Kurama maybe did not have enough to connect him to humanity to keep him in human world forever, or to protect all of human world. His mother was the only one he cared about. But I just look at it from a perspective of it really could have went a different way. And I think that that's why they told the story when they told it. You remember when old girl, the other former spirit detective, was gonna try to kill Yusuke? Remember she invited him to her house. Her husband was there, and you know, she was like, I was gonna kill you. She's like, I was gonna try to kill you, you know, because she was like, because she knew, you know, she knew it was too much, you know, for him to expect that he was not going to turn after what happened with Sensui. Then what's name tell her to talk to him? Then the baby, what's his name?
Kurama.
Then
Koima?
Koima tell
Yeah,
her to talk
Koima.
to him because she's like, we don't know how Yusuke gonna turn out. They
Yeah, they was worried.
they wanted they was gonna kill Yusuke.
Hence why I'm looking at Sensui like you're not wrong. They was about to, as much as he's done for you, they really were about to do you in.
Yeah, he killed Tagoro. He killed Tagoro. No, who else would have killed Tagoro? Who else would have killed Tagoro? Like he really did do a lot of good. He did a lot of good, and they was really about to off him.
Yeah,
off of a potential idea of a threat.
Yeah. And the thing, you just talked to him, he seemed fine, but because you didn't know, you like, we can't even live with the unknown.
Yeah. So I definitely think that out of all the what else that we did, that's probably the most realistic one that actually could have went a different way. That actually could have went a different way. Yusuke could have said, "Yeah, I'm not with all this."
And I'm thinking, if Yusuke would have known he had demon blood, would he have not sided with Sensui? Because when you look at the last arc, he went over there anyway.
I think the conflict was more so like he had the demon blood, but he had spent his whole life as human, and so he I think he was more so going to demon world to try to like cut that part of him off. You remember he had to go explore it to find out like, hey, like I don't want this. I don't. He was mad. Yeah. He was mad because his ancestors Ryzen took over his body. He was like, I didn't want my fight with Sensui to end like this. I didn't want it to be that way.
I can't remember. Did they talk about it?
Yeah.
Did they ever talk about how he got that blood? It was from his dad's side, right?
Yeah. So Ryzen. No. So what it is it's the Mazaku. The blood of the Mazaku, it runs through bloodlines, but it may not manifest in everybody. And so Ryzen is like Yusuke's like great grandfather. Like he's not even like, like they're not close. So it's like his great grandfather. And so the way I see it is that Ryzen, I think what happened is that he went to the human world, impregnated a human woman, and that's how that bloodline got started. But Yusuke, his blood activated. You remember when he went to Demon World? It was only when he went to Demon World that his blood had activated. You remember because before that, it had never been no mention. He got to Demon World, and then suddenly some shit changed. And they explained it. They said that it's because the concentration of like energy or some shit like that in Demon World is stronger than in like human world.
Right. Bro, do you feel like that when you come to Birmingham? The concentration is just
the concentration of
all
young nigga energy.
Here, bro. All this craziness. Yep, bro. I'm out in the suburbs right now, but anytime I go into Birmingham, bro, it's just the concentration.
Does your inner YN like be like?
You gotta put it on.
Wait, does he be like Karama?
Yeah, put that shit on.
Karama be scratching at the door. He be scratching at the gym.
Yeah,
he be talking about let me out, Damo, let me out. Look, hey, I can help you. I out. I got these cheeseburgers.
Yeah, bro, I go to sleep at 8 p.m., bro. When I get into Birmingham, bro, somehow, bro, I just be up at 2 a.m., bro. I be out drinking and going up, bro. Outside with YN, bro. I don't know what it is.
But it's only you, bro. But yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, man. We're going to wrap it up. This has been episode 7 of the Anime Ump podcast. I had to take the duties away from Damo for opening and closing.
Hey.
So, do y'all have anything else that y'all want to say to the audience?
Make sure you go check out D's poetry, dog.
In Bras Underground.
The Underground Network. Hit us up on Facebook, baby.
Network. Make sure you check them out.
That's it.
All right.
So
do good things, be good people, watch some anime, mind your business,
and touch grass.
A little bit
of grass. Just a little bit.
Till next week.
All right. Catch y'all later, man.
Much love, man.
Yeah.
All right.
by Joby, feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi, cause I'm a star and they can't hold me like I'm Kobe in the fourth. Yeah, nothing is ever forced. We headed straight to the source. No middleman, little man. Let me show you if you is lost.